Hi, my name is Abi-Khattar, and this is my human population project on the country of Kuwait. Let's get started. Kuwait is a small country, slightly smaller than the state of New Jersey, and is located in the Middle East. It borders the Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Persian Gulf. It is located in the dry desert, which accounts for Kuwait's intensely hot summers and short warm winters. The population of Kuwait is 2,646,314, which includes 1,291,354 non-nationals. The population growth rate is 1.883%. The official language is Arabic, and 85% of the population is Muslim. The colors of the flag of Kuwait are green, red, black, and white. Kuwait is a rich and developed country, with oil being their biggest export. Because Kuwait is so rich due to its wealth from oil, healthcare is free for all citizens, and education is fully financed by the government and free for all citizens, even most private institutions. Between the ages of 0 and 14, as you can see from the population pyramid, there are more males than females in Kuwait, 27,576 to be exact. When you go to the next age group of people living between the ages of 15 and 64, there is a substantial amount of more males than females, 438,245 precisely. However, after age 65, females outlive males in Kuwait, but not by an extreme amount, only a little bit more than 1,000. I would classify Kuwait as a developed country. The definition of a developed country is a country that is highly industrialized and has a high per capita GDP. Kuwait has a high per capita GDP of 41,700 per household as a 2011 estimate, and ranks 18th among all nations in this category, only 7 behind the United States. For real growth rate, GDP, it ranks 19th among all nations with 8.2%, which stands at 138 spots of the US. Much of Kuwait's wealth can be credited to its most important resource, petroleum. Petroleum accounts for almost half of its total GDP, 95% of export revenues, and also 95% of government income. Its oil production stands 10th in the world with 2.682 billion barrels per day and exports 1.365 billion barrels per day. Crude oil reserves in Kuwait are about 104 billion barrels and accounts for nearly 7% of world revenues. It seems that petroleum dominates the economy in Kuwait, and it is true. However, the government has passed an economic development plan to spend $130 billion to help diversify the economy away from oil and attract more investment. In the oldest age group for the year 2012, females had a higher population than males. 2 males lived past the age of 100, and 4 females lived past 100. For the age group of 65 and older, males and females make together make 2.1% of the population, 26,706 being male and 27,837 being female. In all other groups, however, there are more males than females. It is only when you pass 65 and up do you see more Kuwaiti females than males. This is because there are 385,552 more males in military service than women. Males are more involved in more dangerous and harsher working environments such as petroleum industry and fishing industry, and females stay in school longer than males in Kuwait. One factor that could change the shape of Kuwait's population pyramid is if the life expectancy of males and females increased or decreased. If it increased, it would allow older people to continue to live longer and expand the top portion of the pyramid instead of drastic decrease we will see after age 64. The life expectancy of both males and females is 77.28 years, and if that number increased to 84 years perhaps, there would be more population in the upper portion of the graph, making it wider. If it decreased, there would be fewer older people living, and the upper portion of the graph would be even narrower. Another factor that could change the shape of the pyramid is if the total fertility rate decreased or increased. It is currently at 2.6 children born per woman. If this number increased to 3.5, the bottom portion of the pyramid, where we see ages 0 to 14, would increase as there would be more Kuwaiti children born. If this number decreased to 1.5, the bottom portion of the pyramid would become narrow as there would be fewer children alive. When talking about age structure, 25% of the population has yet to reach the childbearing age for the year 2012. meaning 25.7% of the population is still between the ages of 0 to 14 years old. This number helps us determine that there will be an increase in future growth of the population of Kuwaitis as soon. Many of these females, 326,035 to be exact, will be reproducing. There will also be an increase in the population of Kuwaitis in the age structure of 15 to 64 years and 65 years and over, meaning an overall increase in population growth. If there were a small amount of the population that has yet to reach the childbearing age, then there would be a decrease in future population growth. As you can see from the histogram, there does not look like there is a baby boom starting in Kuwait now. However, the largest population of women does stand in the 0 to 4 age group, which would possibly suggest a baby boom. But there still are many more males living in their mid-20s to early 40s than just being born. As we see with the baby boom in the US during the 1950s, the largest population per age groups in both male and female was between ages 0 and 10. And we saw this with the baby boom trend. Oh my god, I'm not starting over right now.